Hmm?
If you liked one thing about Madden, what would it be?
Everything.
So when you say everything, you really mean
Everything.
that part about you liking everything. It's one thing you could choose from it. You would choose.
Everything.
So everything slightly means
Bruh, leave me alone, bruh.
why you being difficult? So there's not one thing that you could just remotely just come down to and be like, you know what?
Everything.
So that one thing can't be just. I'd rather be a B.I. I want that. I want that. And that. Look at that shit. That shit looks so clean. That shit's only 25 rounds though. That's a B.
I gotta broadcast this shit.
Why you gotta go broadcast it?
Cause that's what I gotta do.
Wow. Get money, hoes. Get money, hoes. Get money, hoes. Get money, hoes. Oh, stop it. Drop it. You know how I rock it. Rock it. Oh, fuck it. Drop it. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. Oh.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is.
That
It's
jumping
unlike
shit in this
any
game
other
is
in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These
ridiculous,
folks
huh?
are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 61 Matchbox White. Tell me what you got.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by brilliant body Calhoun. The Vikings send out their punter. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Returning, it's Benjamin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check 31. Hurry up, get that. Check 24. Check 24. Check. Alert.
Okay.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
11. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll run with Bawden. And some room to work. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to to get this all the way down to the Vikings 15.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Kill. Check. Wide. Get wide.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On second down, Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, lock it.
2nd and 14. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Defense wins championships, baby. 51 Mike. Ready?
Looking to throw. Costello.
Wow, bruh.
Pressure gets to him again. Carl Nassib in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Costello under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Nassib able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Don't have no fucking offense, bro. Shitty.
Says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. It's a big play there for the Lions. 44 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now
Look at this. Look at this.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second down now, Benjamin. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the
shitty,
20-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second.
Not today, baby, not today.
On third down, Benjamin.
Oh, bruh.
They'll get him down
Take your
about
field
3
goal.
yards short of
Fucking
the first.
shitty.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football?
Trash.
Or what, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away.
What, bro?
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
I'm gonna score, bro. He's shitty. I hate this shit.
His guys will get it.
I hate
at the
fucking
25.
shit. I hate fucking.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
All he doing, he's
So
sitting
far,
there
they've had
fucking
3 drives,
stupid.
3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed.
Look at him.
because You've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now,
He
sometimes,
really be
if you have a game where neither side has scored,
following
3
me.
punts isn't a bad
Look at this.
But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well
Fucking
upfield across
stupid
the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Ready?
Stupid.
Good track, good track.
Get it. On first down, Costello. Open
that
man here is
bitch.
Conklin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He got 29 yards that time. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
In a fucking 3-4.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando.
Oh my
We'll have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Right up.
On second down, it's Cook. And
Stay in that fucking mid
about the
blitz.
17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
First down.
From the gun on third down, Costello. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Even 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go, D. Hey! Check 26, check 26. Go.
They try again.
Look at that, bro. Look at the fucking blocks.
In his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is third and goal. Operating from the gun, Costello. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Watch the screen.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Mike's 59. 22. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Safe. Watch the safety creep. Check 52. Check 4. Check 4. Hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge. Showing it. You go tight. And middle. You got tight right there. Mike, check. 59.
To throw again. Stafford looking downfield for Jones.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Double team and it's intercepted.
Got no offense.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
No
A lot
offense,
of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
51's the mic. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Right here, guys. Fight.
Throwing again. Costello. That one caught by Gibson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Lucky. Go.
From the gun, Costello. And Diggs has it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Let's go now. 60 or. Watch the run. Check 59. Mike is 58. Orbit. Let's go. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And
shitty, bro.
Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. What a run, 79 yards on the punt return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
No, bro.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I'm not falling for that.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first
now
downs,
you're right now.
and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
See how did you protect that middle? Oh, yeah. You scared of the stretch. Yeah, better than stretch.
Trying to fire the running game with Dalvin Cook.
Bitch.
He's got a first down inside the 30.
Bitch.
And now off to the
Shitty,
races
bruh.
down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
No, get it.
This is blocked. But he will be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire special teams group. When they run out there, they still feel it, and maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. The Lions offense ready to kick off the next drive.
Screen.
Evaporate
Told you.
completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the
It's all your offense.
Searching
Only
for
offense
answers,
you got,
trying to
bitch.
Figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics.
Everything good.
String some things together.
we are okay. We are okay. No, we good, bro. We good. Don't gotta put
now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up.
Maybe got a sack just now.
Situation.
I did not get out this game. Come on, man.
Stafford.
Where you going?
Too great, and he goes down once more. There for the
Punt
sack,
the ball.
Emerson Griffin.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Or you joining on me, get your guns right.
Goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
He's scared of the stretch. I really is.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He stopped that
Again,
shit,
it's
right?
Cook.
He's saying,
He's
nigga.
got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside.
All right,
Stay in that defense.
Following the good
Please stay
run
in
by
that
Cook.
defense.
Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
I got 5.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down.
Stay in that
run.
defense.
2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah.
They run with Cook. He's been
Yeah,
busy.
you want to stop telling people what they need to do?
Tackled down after a gain of
Come on,
3.
Madison.
Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Shitty, man.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's able to pick up the 1st
Bro, what the
down
fuck?
here
Why they keep
before he
spawning
goes
me in the
to
middle?
The 26.
There you go.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so
Look at him.
far.
He's
It's
scared
1st and
of
10.
like a stretch.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22.
He's scared of the stretch, but I hate shitty motherfuckers be doing.
4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. On second down, Cook.
First down.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16.
I got to do nothing else.
It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They run it again with Cook. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a few.
Where am I getting shot from, bro?
As we get set for the fourth quarter.
Don't know what to do.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday night it might top
scared
them
to
all.
stretch.
We come up here on 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Now Cook running right.
First down.
And he will be very close to
first down,
but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's see what the hell AB about to do.
Think so?
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. His second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah,
all the offense is screen.
Hey, listen,
Throw it.
There got to be casualties at times. He's trying to win a game.
A throw complete to Dorsett and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second.
Damn, he caught that bitch.
Third time tonight he's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Picked off. That's his ass right there.
On first down, it's Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
No gain
I'm not
on the
ever
play
playing
there,
hardcore
second
again.
down.
I hate this match with a passion. I really do.
To throw on second down, Costello. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Vikings on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Chasing no fucking points. Kick the field. You gonna give it to me? You gonna give it to me? I'm gonna take it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down, and the Lions will take over.
He baited the shit out of you.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
So just kick that field goal.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
All on me.
There. His first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
No.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Kyle Rudolph scored.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Everson Griffin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Check your backer. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 31. Check 31. Check 24. Check 24. Shoot. Libra. Check.
Now Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start the drive with Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Screen.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause.
Told you.
Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
That's
They
all
know
he
that they need to
do.
score
That's his
quickly.
only offense.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and
Madden animations look about worse as 2 days.
better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Vikings, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
What y'all doing? Maybe lost to Florida boy.
Yeah.
Blackout?
Who?
Oh, you ain't trying to play?
Nah, I feel that's fine. Shoot, this nigga talking about.
Flavor.
I'm on the way, bro. Corey, you heard me?